From Studio 1A in Tampa, Florida, comes a talk show that really feels your pain and tells you like it is. We love America and all that freedom-loving Americans want to protect. Live from coast to coast and on your radio, it's For the People with Keith Allen.
Let's make America great again, together hand in hand. America, united, safe and strong. Give us peace and prosperity. Let freedom be our song.
Hello, America. I am Keith Allen and proudly welcoming you to this Friday's edition of For the People on February the 17th, 2017. The media. Are they lying? Is Donald Trump telling the truth? What is going on out there? Donald Trump in South Carolina meeting with the executives of Boeing, trying to bring down prices, trying to make more jobs, create more jobs. Here he is. Out on a mission as a businessman, making good on his promises. That's what he's been doing since he's entered the White House a little over 3 weeks, a month or so into his term. And yesterday, it is press, big press, because everybody's talking about Donald Trump's press conference. Mission accomplished. Donald Trump is a mastermind of the media, knows how to play it and talk directly to the American people. Even CNN got it. Reading through transcripts, and because I don't watch whole shows, I read transcripts. I read real quickly. But that's basically the way they summarize it. That's what they talk about it. But in a slant, and how CNN even cuts up its audio is really unique on how cleverly they do so. On how they copy paste to really make Trump sound like an absolute idiot. We're going to talk about a story this hour that is probably going to enrage more immigrants in this country. It's a fake news story. It's fake news, but this is a big one. This is really, really big. But first, I want you to hear a little back and forth with the media, Donald Trump addressing the media and, most importantly, directly to the American people, you and I.
The press has become so dishonest that if we don't talk about it, we are doing a tremendous disservice to the American people. The press, honestly, is out of control. Some of the media is fantastic, I have to say. They're honest and fantastic. But much of it is not. The distortion. But we're not going to let it happen, because I'm here again to take my message straight to the people. I just wanted to begin by mentioning that the nominee for Secretary of the Department of Labor will be Mr. Alex Acosta. The media is trying to attack our administration because they know we are following through on pledges that we made, and they're not happy about it for whatever reason. And, you can talk all you want about Russia, which was all a, fake news fabricated deal to try and make up for the loss of the Democrats, and the press plays right into it. I want to find a friendly reporter. Used to say it was John. Are you a friendly reporter? Watch how friendly he is. Wait, watch how friendly he is. Go ahead.
I've been good to you the entire campaign, Mr. President.
Go ahead.
There are people who are committing anti-Semitic acts or threatening to.
You see, he said he was going to ask a very simple, easy question. And it's not.
It's an important.
It's not a simple question, not a fair question. Okay, sit down. I understand the rest of your question. Relative to other people running as a Republican. Quiet. See, he lied about he was going to get up and ask a very straight, simple question. So, it's welcome to the world of the media. Go ahead.
Mr. President.
Yes. This is going to be a bad question, but that's okay. Because I enjoy watching you on television. Go ahead.
Well, thank you so much. As well as...
Am I going to include
Are you
who?
going to include the Congressional Black Caucus and the Congressional
Well, I
Hispanic
would.
Caucus,
I tell you what. Do you want to
as
set
well
up the
as
meeting? Do you want to set up the meeting?
No.
Are they friends of
I'm
yours?
Just a reporter.
No, set up the meeting.
I know some of them, but I'm sure
Let's
they're
go set up
right
a
now.
meeting. I would love to meet with the Black Caucus. I think it's great, the Congressional Black Caucus. I think it's great.
And he does think it's great. Trying to back him in a corner and make him look like he doesn't meet with African Americans. He doesn't meet with minority groups, that he's a racist. This is the way that the mainstream media makes Donald Trump look like, and they try to paint him in a corner with slick questions that are thought out, and then they have an editorial staff that comes up with these questions, and I gotcha question. We've dealt with CNN on this broadcast for years when they were trying to do stuff back in the 90s, takeout things. John Camp was a reporter at that time for CNN, and that's what they tried to do to try to discredit, because we were cutting edge with our founder, Chuck Harder, who founded People's Radio Network. But we were right there with Fox when they first launched, but Chuck launched way before Fox News. So for alternative news to be able to get the other side, Chuck was it. That was it. There was no Glenn Beck's. There was Rush Limbaugh, and there was Chuck. But I just remember having CNN do this, and that's what it's called. It's I got you. And that's exactly what they were doing. President Trump is going to make some remarks just a day after last night's Spirited News Conference. So we might be able to get a little Donald Trump when he steps up to the microphone there in North Charleston, South Carolina. So we'll be able to get some of his remarks. But this is unbelievable. Where this has escalated, but Donald Trump had a great day yesterday. He really did. He really had the media eating out of the palm of his hand, controlling the whole thing, a great mastermind. I heard somebody liken what happened yesterday to Barnum and Bailey Circus, which, the Circus Act was the greatest show on earth, but Donald Trump now has that title, Donald Trump, the greatest show on earth. He is a mastermind of the media, knows how to talk over and directly to the American people. Forget about Twitter. Yesterday, he owned it. And he sprung this, let's do a press conference. Told the staff, bam, within hours a press conference happens, the media converges, they're there, and everybody interrupts, pretty much to listen to what Donald Trump has to say. I mean, he is the president. But unprecedented, and from every standpoint, this is what it's going to look like with the media. They are very, extremely combative, but Donald Trump hits back Muhammad Ali style. His best punch with a knockout punch to the fake news organizations. And Americans are waking up to the very, very fact, and this broadcast is increasing every single day. The numbers are just unbelievably sexy. If you will, as far as analytics go. We are growing. We have tens of thousands of people that tune into our broadcast from all over the planet. 98% on our podcast is from the U.S., but we have other countries. That's just for the podcast. We have radio stations coast to coast, and we got a new one in Portland. It looks like we're signing a deal with them, and that'll be a really big deal. Getting on in Portland. We appreciate them looking at the show, but we're looking for something, and looks like that's going to come together, and we really appreciate that. And they'll be able to take, I think, the show from our network, Liberty News Network, which will be terrific. They'll be able to take it downlink on the satellite, and that's how that works out. And by the way, if you're in a town or a city and they're not caring for the people on your radio station, call your local radio station, tell them they should be airing the show. There's just so much garbage out there on the radio, so much trash that's out there, and so-called entertainment shows. And to put together one show, which is just unbelievable, it's probably because a lot of these so-called hosts, they don't have any talents or confidence in themselves They have to have an entourage of like 10, 15 people in the studio to actually make it work. Talent's talent. Either you have it or you don't, and you know how to wield words and disseminate information intelligently and thoughtfully, and yes, provocatively. I'd like to be all of those things, and I think we are, but it's sprinkled with a good dose of common sense. So if you got cobwebs on a show that you're listening to, stop listening to it. Make it a habit, and we want For the People to be a habit in your household, and spread it to your friends on Facebook, Twitter, wherever. Send them an email, let them know that they can, wherever you found the show today, whether it's on radio, it's on Spreaker, it's on Sonos, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you found it, spread the word. Will you do that? We're trying to really grow this thing. All right, talking about fake news. Still waiting on Donald Trump. When he steps up to the microphone, we're going to bring it. It'll be interesting to see what he has to say after yesterday's press conference. Okay, here's the fake news story. This is just unbelievable. This is so deplorable. And Newsmax put the story out, which is just unbelievable. I can't even believe they did, because I go through a lot of different sources to kind of look at things, see what people are saying, but I can't believe they ran with a story. It says the Trump administration is considering a proposal to mobilize as many as 100,000 National Guard troops to round up illegal immigrants, including millions living nowhere near the Mexican border, according to a draft memo obtained by the Associated Press. So they're regurgitating this fake news story. The 11-page document calls for the unprecedented militarization of immigration enforcement as far as North Portland, Oregon, and as far east as New Orleans and Louisiana. 4 states that border on the Mexican border, including the proposal for California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas, but it also encompasses 7 states in Oregon, Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana. Now check this out. So you heard this, right? So guess who goes on to Twitter? Sean Spicer, the press secretary. All right, and we confirm that this is actually his address. It's Sean Spicer at PressSec. Okay, that's his handle. That's his hashtag, as they call it, there for Twitter. This is not true. DHS also confirms it is 100% false. 100% false news story. You take a story like that, you run with that. The lady that's in Colorado, she's got sanctuary in a church because she's scared, because she's illegal. She's done illegal things as an illegal. Yeah, she's not just illegal immigrant. Okay, there's illegal because you don't have documentation or whatever. But you committed crimes. You did wrongdoing. Forged documents. Stole. DUI. Assault. All sorts of things. And the church is going to harbor. So now there's a legal battle encompassing this woman, which is very interesting. Using churches. And, this was cooked up by some of these leftist lawyers to say, oh, yeah, you can get sanctuary in the churches. If you can't get a sanctuary city, find sanctuary in the church. So it's absolutely lovely. Yeah, what would Jesus do in that case? WWJD. What would Jesus do? Unless he broke the law, you follow the law. What did Jesus say? Render unto Caesar's what is Caesar's? Caesar's telling you need to get right with the law. Like my friend Kimo Gray says, you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Unbelievable. That is a damning story if I've ever heard one. Damning news story. Damning news story. I mean, talk about angering a group of people, a lot of people, scaring people, upsetting people. Oh, we're going to deploy 100,000 National Guard troops to round up illegal immigrants. 100,000. And just throwing this off, and